Okay, so I actually just filmed a perfect version of this short demonstration, but my cameraman somehow didn't put the camera on. So we're going to try this again. So, okay, turn your calculator on. If you want to get some summary stats, you don't have to do it by hand. You can make your TI do it. Hit the stat button. Edit is your first option. Enter. You have a bunch of lists here. And so if you have a homework problem and you have a bunch of information that you want to calculate summary statistics for, you can have your calculator do it, but you have to put the data into the calculator. So let's say, usually we're going to want to put it into L1. So I want to clear out L1 and make it fresh so that I can put in my new data. So first of all, I'm going to go up. I'm going to highlight that list 1, L1, but I'm not going to delete it. That is a bad thing because then you get rid of your list forever. So we're going to clear it and then enter, and it's nice and clear. So I'm just going to put in some numbers.
You're hitting the down arrow?
I'm hitting the down arrow to get to my the next number. Okay, so there's my data, down arrow. I've got all my data in there. Just made that up. These numbers have no meaning. So I want to calculate things like the mean, the median, the 5-number summary, and the standard deviation, which you'll know about on Tuesday's class. So I don't have to get out of here. I can go right back to the stat button and go over to calc. And the very first option is one variable summary statistics. So I'm going to enter because that's what I want. And if I put nothing there and I just hit enter, it will go to L1 by default. If you had it in another one though, if you had it like in list 2 or list 3, you'd have to put that in. So how would you do it? Well, analogously to how you do it for L1, if you didn't just use the default, you'd hit, if you look at the second function, they're blue. Look at 1, the second function is L1. 2, the second function is L2. So you'd just go second L1. Again, you don't have to for L1, it's the default, but if if your information was in list 2, you'd have to go second 2, and it would say L2 there. So okay, I'm going to get the summary stats from the numbers in list 1, enter. Okay, pretty quick. It says X bar. If I put in sample information, it is truly X bar, the sample mean. If I had put in an entire population, then it wouldn't really be X bar, it'd be mu, right? That's the population mean. But the calculator doesn't care because it's still calculating either X bar or mu the same way, adding up all the values, dividing by how many we have. Ignore the next two, the summation of X and the summation of X squared. We don't need those for this class. Then we have S, and sigma, which stand for standard deviation. We're going to discuss that on Tuesday. S is sample standard deviation. Sigma is population standard deviation. And after the standard deviations, I have my 5-number summary. Well, first it tells me that I had 6 values, and then it gives me the 5-number summary, the min, the first quartile, median, third quartile, and max. And we know that we use these 5 numbers if we're going to create a box plot, right? Calculate the IQR, and then we can determine outliers, all that good stuff. So pretty easy. Sorry I didn't tell you in class. I remembered when everyone was walking out the door. Now your homework's a lot easier. We'll see you on Tuesday. Hope you have a great weekend. Thank you.